Greetings, my fellow travelers. I've just spent the last 30-40 minutes basically hiding shrunken down, really now tiny mud huts underneath the flooring. A few places I couldn't do it either because putting back the flooring was a problem that was snapping in place. That's the issue with retroactively doing something when you've already built up a lot. But this is from a Beeblebum video about ambient lighting, and well, the pavement is now darker. Not clear why, but the room is illuminated. This guy's got one in front and one behind. He's already have a certain amount of his own lighting. Compare and contrast to this section here where there isn't any. The pavement is more or less still the same color. You don't have as much ambient lighting, and what you have comes from, well, guess what? I've done it here. So yeah, this was dark. You had a little bit of lighting on the wall here from the circular, not the circular. Damn it. I'm sure they have a name. Ceiling lights. The round ceiling lights. So every one of these until the very end, the ground, there's too much ground underneath the stones to slide a mud hut underneath. But yeah, I mean, the whole place is lit up, and it's a fairly gentle lighting, golden. During the daytime, you barely notice it because of the daytime lighting. This is one of the spots where it was problematic. I couldn't do it. But, well, I took the walls out, slip one underneath here, slip one underneath there, slip one underneath there. There you go. You still have the circles from the candelabra room, but the room itself has a more golden sheen than the candelabra bloom would have by themselves. And here you'll notice that there isn't any, so the ground is stone colored as opposed to darkish. And of course, this room is large enough that it generates its own weather. That was one of the reasons why I went through this effort here. So there's a wall over there, there's a wall here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, about 12 by 2. And that seems to keep the weather out. Sun's coming up. But this is, well, larger, much larger, albeit a bit shorter, probably 8 floor panels. And I thought about putting some underneath here. And the thing is the ring and eventually the portal and the short-range teleporters generate enough lighting on their own. That's a non-issue. Now here, I've only got one. Yeah, but it's centrally positioned, and God, there's a lot of light. Each wall has 2 of the very large lights, i.e. the lampposts. Although I wish they would come as just a slightly larger version of this as opposed to that darn wire that sticks out the back. Because then I would have tried really hard to get it between the 2 walls and having slightly stick out the front. But whatever you did, short of having it completely outside the wall, the wire sticking out the other side. So, non-issue, or non-resolvable issue. This one again had a fair bit of lighting. So there's one in front of the Minotaur, and there's one behind the Minotaur, and these guys pretty much all have one. So again, beautiful glow off the walls, and the paving stones are a little bit darker because of that. Oh. Yeah, okay, so not the last row. Technically speaking, I've done it every square panel, but in Beeblebum's video, he actually skips one floor panel. So it might have been slightly overkill, but in light of the fact there's places where I just can't, I haven't. So more may be better than less in this case. So note the self-type thing. The next time I do a large structure, in anticipation of the fact that lighting is going to suck, oops, you know, put the mud huts down underneath the floor before, you know, you build up, before you start putting walls and staircases and other things. They don't have any wire glitch points, so it's not like it's going to cause problems. Like putting down the storage containers pretty much prevented me from wire glitching tires to the wall. The very big tires, I don't like stacking them. I generally don't seem to get the stack. Even if that's the way, if I can phrase it that way. So I figured, oh, just aim at the wall, wire glitch, make sure that, you know, the bottom of the tire is just slightly inside the paving, so it looks like the weight of the tire, but not so much that it becomes obvious that's under. And could not do it on the wall I was aiming for, the wall at the back of the garage. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. It'd be tempting to do it all the way to the fighter. Oh, fuck, it's going to be tempting. I'm just going to be tempted. And at this point, I'm starting to think that I need to rename this pyramid, not so much Portal Pyramid, but Inspired Portal Pyramid, because the pyramid is inspired by Double Dash Gaming. The glass wall sections are inspired by Nick Manchester. I do believe he's a fellow who did the first glass pyramid that I ever caught. And obviously the lighting is now inspired by Mr. Beeblebum. So all that to say, there's a lot of inspiration going on. The cool thing is you don't see it during the daytime. Whereas other things would actually stand out and be visible as an effect during the daytime. Oh, fuck off. Alright. Not in the middle, but very, very edge. That way it's covering both here and there. Yeah, and here we're gonna do the every two thing in case that wasn't obvious. Or, whoops, 3. Oh dear. All right. Never serves me right. Going right here. Whoops. Anyway, wrapping this up in a few seconds. Well, once you've planted one mud hut underneath the floor, you've seen it all. Seriously? Lost count. First? What was the first? Okay, all right. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna repeat what I did indoors. Do the same thing at the other end, and we're done. I've done a bit of landscaping, so I'm actually gonna see the golden glow off the edge. Cool. Just gonna quickly check the backside. Looking forward to a proper 15 to 20 minutes long exploration video. Although there will arrive a point where I'll max out parts. So I'm gonna have to be careful around that point to get a proper upload to the server. It might be pointless in the sense that people may not be able to visit it on the grounds that's literally on top of the portal, and bases around portals have a tendency of, yes, around the portal, that's for sure, it's really around the portal, have a tendency of not rendering properly. Okay, so there's no growth back. Third floor. And that, as they say, my fellow travelers, is that. for a while.